welcome back to YK Recreation. Today I'm helping a friend out. Do you know what? His car was scraping when he was turning too fast, as you can see here. His car is very low, so I thought I'll give him a hand. I'll raise the coilovers slightly for him so he can send it a bit more. Right, let's get started. First thing we need to do is jack the car up, but because the car is really low, I'm gonna have to drive it on some bricks before I can even get the jack under it. That's how low this car is, so that's gonna be another thing he's gonna like. Well, garages are gonna like when they jack the car up, they'll be able to move it. Before we do lift the car up fully, we need to loosen all 4 wheels. I don't know why, but I always end up cutting my finger, man. I ain't even started yet and I've already cut my finger. Right, the tools I will be using: coilover spanner, WD-40, wire brush, cloth, spare wire brush, hammer and chisel. Okay, now that we've got all the wheels off, let's have a look what we're dealing with. Right, black coilovers. Is there a label on them to say what coilovers they are? Can't see any marks. They usually do rub off after time, but they don't look like cheap eBay ones, so I'm thinking either BC or something decent. They're not rusted either. They look like they're in pretty good condition. And it looks like it's been fitted not so long ago, so that's good. Right, okay, let's have a look at the back ones. Let's look at the top. Pretty clean up there, no rust. That's a good sign. See what the back ones are saying. Right, okay. I'll touch the screen. Right, same again. Pretty good condition. Let's look at the top. Ooh, really clean. This car's pretty clean, you know. If you look up there, usually they do show some signs of rust, but no rust. Let's have a look inside the arches. Really clean. I'm impressed. Whoever's had this car has looked after it. Right, so let's make a start. First things first, to make life easier, spray some WD-40. Wait at least 10-15 minutes, let that soak in. Okay, it's been about 5-10 minutes that the WD-40 are soaked in. So now what we're doing is, the first thing before you even loosen or even try doing everything is measure the difference between the thread so you know what it was on. front, P for passenger, 87 millimeters. Okay, so I've just measured the back two. So the back right is 156 millimeters and the back left is 155 millimeters. It's good to note these down if you ever do want to go back to the original stance the car was. So hopefully, if my friend does want to go back to his original stance, these are the measurements of the thread gap for the coilovers. Okay, so now we are starting with the front left. Hopefully the WD-40 has done its trick and this should come off nice. Yeah, it has unlocked. The coilover ring has unlocked. So to unlock these, you literally just hammer it to the left and that should work fine. Now what we need to do is twist the coilover to the right, which drops the coilover down. So that's the next thing to do. Right, and then literally twist down the lock ring and then measure the gap. Hammer it this way, ever so gently. You don't want to go too hard because that's how it messes up. Double check again. You want to make sure that you're in by the millimeter. Right, so double check. You see, I start from there and I measure the thread. It's not easy work this. Getting a bit hard, so I'm gonna go get the spanner. Let's use the spanner. Make it life a bit easier. You don't want to go too hard with it. Slight gentle taps, because you can crack the coilover ring if you're not careful, because they are just aluminium. Right, so before we put the wheels back on, I'll show you this little trick that I do to prevent the coilovers coming loose, because this has happened to me before on a vehicle. It was on a Subaru actually, so I'll show you now what I do. Okay. Right. So the first thing what I do is I clean it up, make sure that there is no dirt grime on there. This is just a quick one. I do clean it thoroughly, but I'm just showing you. Then what I do is spray some brake cleaner, clean the brake cleaner off until, look, there's no dirt. So you don't want to see any dirt on the cloth. That's when you know it's very clean, because you want it to seal fully. All you do is get high strength Loctite. Oh, it's locked. I need to go chop that quickly. Let's see if I can put this a bit closer. Right, so all you do is literally just pour a bit of Loctite around the thread, and that should stop it from opening up. And that's it. You got to do that for all 4. Right, so now that all the coilovers have been adjusted, it's time to put the wheels back on and see what the ride looks like. Ride height. Right, it's time to put all the wheels back on and see what the ride height looks like. The ride height. See that? A lot better ride height. Right guys, that's the coilovers now done. I just need to take it for a little quick drive, make sure it is seated properly. If you do want to see a full feature video of this car, make sure you comment in the section below so whoever owns this car can see and be like, yo, we need to see the full review of this car, because I tell you something, this car is not slow. If any of you guys are around Bradford, Leeds, West Yorkshire area and you do need help with anything, by all means give me a shout. Either comment in the comment section below or drop me a message on Instagram, YK Recreation, and I am happy to help. Please like, share and subscribe, and see you in the next one.